Hey, Coach Adam back here today with the Guard and Resilience team. We're going to explain today what a repetition maximum is. That is acronym for RM, repetition maximum. So first and foremost, why are we testing our repetition maximums? Exercise testing allows us to get a benchmark for our current level of fitness, whether that's in strength or running or so on. Getting that benchmark of fitness allows us to have quantifiable, easy to access data so that we know that we are actually progressing over time. If we don't have that quantifiable data, it's much harder to understand when we're getting better or worse, if the program's working or not, right? So that's where the repetition maximum testing in week 1 of the training program allows you to dictate, hey, this is where we're currently at. So hopefully in week 5, when we retest our repetition maximums, we're getting stronger. And that's proof that you're putting in the work. So what is a 5-rep max, 3-rep max, and a 1-rep max, and why do we do them? So a 5 repetition maximum is as much weight as I can lift for 5 repetitions. A 3 repetition maximum is as much as I can lift for 3 repetitions. And finally, a 1 repetition maximum is as much as I can lift for 1 solid, good technique, clean rep. Why would we use a 5-rep max in the program we have available to us now in the AI program? The reason we use a 5 repetition maximum is because it's a good blend of our maximum strength and endurance for us to also stay safe. So if we've not trained or have a large amount of experience with our 1 repetition maximum, it's a little bit more risky to throw that amount of weight on the bar and expect ourselves to be able to do that with solid technique. So we use a 5 repetition maximum instead. So we're still testing our muscular strength at maximum capacity. However, we're doing it with a little bit lower risk for injury. Okay. So how to warm up for a 5 repetition maximum? It's auto built for you if you already have gone through week 1. Warming up for that 5 repetition maximum, the big things we need to know is that it's non-fatiguing and we're priming our body for a training effort. So when our warm-up auto-populates, as you see in week 1 that it does for you, this 6 sets is all meant to be not fatiguing, so it's not getting us tired or fatiguing us so much that we don't feel like we can hit our 5 repetition maximum. The point of it is to prime our body to lift our 5 repetition maximum. So for example, when I ask you the question, how much weight are you going for today? We put in on the drop down, let's say 185. If I don't know what to put on that drop down, go to the calculator sheet and use the repetition max calculator at the bottom of that sheet to dictate how much it thinks that you can do. So if you could do hypothetically 150 pounds for 10 repetitions, it might estimate 185 pounds for 5 repetitions as your 5-rep max. So I'll go back to this testing week, testing day, and enter in 185 on that drop-down menu. When this auto-populates these 6 sets, you can see set 1, 5 to 20 reps at an empty bar. Again, non-fatiguing. We're getting the blood flow to the muscles as we're going, right? Set 2, 6 to 8 reps at 65 to 85 pounds. Again, we're not fatiguing ourselves, so you don't always feel like you have to hit the upper end of the rep range and the upper end of the weight range. That doesn't make a lot of sense. We're trying to prime our body to lift the final 5 repetition maximum, not the warm-up. The warm-up prepares us for the 5-rep max test, okay? So set 3, 4, 5, and 6, you go through all of those, and then your body is primed to test that 5-rep max. So then it says test your 5-rep max up to 3 times. At that time, if I test it in my attempt 1 at 185 for 5 repetitions, if my RPE, see our last video for the RPE, if my RPE was a 9 or a 10, I'm done. Call it there. That's a perfect 5 repetition maximum for us to use as a benchmark. If it was less than an RPE 9, well, then add 5 to 20 more pounds and go ahead and try again, okay? If we were to retest and try again, then let's say attempt 2, I did 195 for 5 repetitions at an RPE 9.5. At that point, I'd be done. So for repetition maximums, again, we are using these as a benchmark for our fitness and muscular strength so we know if this training program is working the best for us. Again, if you have any questions, please drop in the comments below.